So scholars, today we are starting chapter number 3, understanding quadrilaterals. So you know that the paper is a model for a plane surface. When you join a number of points without lifting a pencil from the paper, you get a plane curve. We can also draw a straight line without lifting a pen. A straight line is also a curve. There are two types of curve. One is an open curve and the second one is a closed curve. So open curve, a curve that does not cut itself, is called an open curve. Let's see some figures. So these are open curves. Next one is closed curve, a curve that cut itself is called a closed curve. Let's see some of the pictures. So these figures are closed curves. Next is polygons, a simple closed curve made up of only line segment is called a polygon. Next is classification of polygons. We classify polygons according to the number of sides or vertices they have. Now let's see this table. So the first is number of sides or vertices, classification and sample figure. If there are 3 sides and 3 vertices, so the figure is called triangle. If the number of vertices or sides are 4, so the name of the figure is quadrilateral. Next is pentagon. So number of sides are 5 and number of vertices are 5. Next, hexagon means number of sides are 6, number of vertices is also 6. Next, heptagon, number of sides are 7, number of vertices are also 7. Octagon, so here number of sides are 8 and number of vertices also 8. Next is nonagon. Here number of sides are 9 and number of vertices also 9. Next, decagon. Here how many sides? Total 10 and number of vertices also 10. So like this we can give the names and it will go till n. So that n is called n-gon. Next is diagonals. A diagonal is a line segment connecting two non-consecutive vertices of a polygon. Next is convex and concave polygons. So polygons that are convex have no portions of their diagonals in their exteriors or any line segment joining any two different points in the interior of the polygon. Next, angle sum property. The sum of the measures of the three angles of a triangle is 180 degree. Now scholars, let's see exercise 3.1. Question number 1. Given here are some figures. As you can see, some of the figures are given here. So the number 1 is classify each of them on the basis of the following. First one is simple curve. So you have to identify which one is a simple curve. So The first one is a simple curve, second one, fifth, sixth and seventh. So these all are the simple curve. Because here without lifting a pencil we can draw these 5 figures, means 1, 2, 5, 6 and 7. Okay. So these are the simple curve. Second one, simple closed curve. So the number 1, 2, 5, 6 and 7. These are the simple closed curve. And number 3, 4 and 8 are not simple closed curve. Okay. Next one is polygon. So as I told you, polygon means simple closed curve made up of only line segment is called a polygon. So the number 1 and number 2, these figures, both the figures are made up of line segment. That's why these two are polygons. Okay. Next one, convex polygon. So second figure is a convex polygons. Why? Because here all the internal angles are less than 180 degree. Okay. And the last one, concave polygon. So first figure is a concave polygon because here one angle is a reflex angle. Okay. Means one angle measures more than 180 degree. Okay. Now let's see the question number 2. So the question number 2 is, how many diagonals does each of the following have? Number 1, a convex quadrilateral. So convex quadrilateral means you can draw any quadrilateral, like you can draw here rectangle, square, okay, trapezium. And when you will draw the diagonals, so here you can draw only 2 diagonals. Clear? Because the meaning of diagonal is a line segment connecting two non-consecutive vertices of a polygon. Okay. So you can join only 2 sides. So first one is a AC and the second diagonal is what? BD. So there are 2 diagonals in a convex quadrilateral. Second one, a regular hexagon. So in a hexagon, you can see here, you can draw total 9 diagonals. Okay. The third one is a triangle. A triangle does not have any diagonal in it because here we cannot draw a line segment to join 2 non-consecutive vertices. It means a triangle does not have any diagonal in it. Okay. Let's see the question number 3. What is the sum of the measures of the angles of a convex quadrilateral? Will this property hold if the quadrilateral is not convex? So, the sum of the measures of the angles of a convex quadrilateral is 360 degree, as a convex quadrilateral is made of 2 triangles. Okay, and you can see here ABCD is a convex quadrilateral made of 2 triangles. One is a ABD and the second one is a BCD. So therefore the sum of all the interior angles of this quadrilateral will be the same as the sum of all the interior angles of these 2 triangles, that is 180 degree plus 180 degree means 360 degree. So yes, this property also holds true for a quadrilateral which is not convex. This is because any quadrilateral can be divided into 2 triangles. Number 4, examine the table. What can you say about the angle sum of a convex polygon with number of sides? First is 7. So from the table, it can be observed that the angle sum of a convex polygon of n sides is n minus 2 into 180 degree. Hence, the angle sum of the convex polygons having number of sides as, so n is 7, so 7 minus 2 into 180 means 5 into 180, so this is 900. Second one, 8 means n is what? 8, so 8 minus 2 is 6, 6 into 180, answer is 1080. Third is 10 means number of sides are 10, so 10 minus 2 8, 8 into 180 is what? 1440. Next, D is n, so answer is what? N minus 2 into 180. Next question, what is a regular polygon? State the name of a regular polygon of 3 sides, 4 sides and 6 sides. So a polygon with equal sides and equal angles is called a regular polygon. 3 sides, so first one is equilateral triangle. 4 sides means we can say square, and 6 sides, so it is regular hexagon. Okay, let's see the question number 6. Find the angle, measure x in the following figures. So first one is, here 3 angles are given, 50 degree, 130 degree, 120 degree, and the last one is what? X. So sum of the measures of all interior angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degree. Therefore, in the given quadrilateral, 50 plus 130 degree plus 120 degree plus x. So 300 plus x will come. This is equal to the 360 degree. So x is equal to 360 minus 300. So x is equal to 60 degree. Okay. Now let's see the second one. Here also the 2 angles are given. These are, one is a 70 degree, second one is a 60 degree, and this x we have to find, and this one is not given. So it can be concluded that 90 plus a is equal to 180. Why? Because it's a linear pair. So a is equal to what? 90 degree. So sum of the measures of all interior angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degree. Therefore, in the given quadrilateral, 60 degree plus 70 degree plus x and plus 90 degree is equal to 360 degree. Okay. So it will come 220 degree plus x is equal to 360 degree. So the value of x is equal to 140. Let's see the C question. From the figure, it can be concluded that this 70 plus a, okay, this is equal to 180. Why? This is linear pair. So the value of a will come 110 degree. Same as this side, right hand side, 60 plus b is equal to 180. So from here we can find the value of b. So 60 plus b is equal to 180 degree means b is equal to 180 degree minus 120 degree. So 60 degree plus b is equal to 180 degree. So b is equal to 180 minus 60. So b is equal to 120 degree. So sum of the measures of all interior angles of a pentagon is 540. Therefore, in the given pentagon, 120 degree plus 110 degree plus 30 degree plus x plus x is equal to 540. So there are 2x, so it is 2x, and the total is what? 260. So 2x is equal to 540 minus 260. So 2x is equal to 280 will come, and x is equal to what? 280 upon 2. It means x is equal to 140 degree. See the last one, D. Sum of the measures of all interior angles of a pentagon is 540. So all the 5 sides are equal. So this 5x is equal to 540. It means x is equal to 540 upon 5. So x is equal to 108 degree. Okay. Now let's see the question number 7. First one. Here two angles are given, 90 degree and 30 degree. We have to find the value of x, y and z. Okay, so this x plus 90, this is a linear pair. So we can write x plus 90 is equal to 180 degree. So x is equal to 90 degree. Same as z plus 30 is equal to 180 degree. So z is equal to 180 minus 30. It is 150 degree. And the last one is not given. So we can use here exterior angle theorem. So according to the theorem, this exterior angle is equal to the sum of two opposite interior angles, means y is equal to 90 degree plus 30 degree. So y is equal to 120 degree. Now let's find the sum, x plus y plus z. So 90 degree plus 120 degree plus 150 degree. It is 360 degree. Okay. See the second, B. Here three angles are given, 60 degree, 80 degree and 120 degree. And we have to find the value of x plus y plus z plus w. Okay, so x plus 120 degree, it is what? Equal to 180 degree, means it's a linear pair. So value of x is what? 60 degree. Same as y plus 80 degree is equal to 180 degree. So we can write y is equal to 180 minus 80 degree. So y is equal to 100 degree. Same, z plus 60 degree is equal to 180 degree. So z is equal to 180 degree minus 60 degree. So z is equal to 120 degree. Okay. And w is equal to what? We can write here w plus 100. Why 100? Because 60 plus 80 plus 120 degree plus a is equal to 360 degree. Okay, sum of the measures of all interior angles of a quadrilateral equal to the 360 degree. So a is equal to 360 degree minus 260 degree, it will come 100 degree. Okay, so this we can do, w plus 100 is equal to 180. So w is equal to 80 degree. Now sum of the measures of all interior angles, x plus y plus z plus w, in 60 degree plus 100 degree plus 120 degree plus 80 degree, it is equal to the 360 degree. So scholars, your first exercise completed. And scholars, see the link given in the description box. Thank you. Stay safe, stay at home.